And we're live. Ahoy, mateys. Is that what I'm supposed to say?
Arr.
Arr. I'm here live on the Cat in the Port of Yarmouth. And I'm Charlene LeBlanc. I'm your Community Development Officer for the Municipality of Argyll. Here again, Thursday, 12:15, right on time. With me, I have somebody important to the Cat, Jim Wilson. Jim, what's your title?
Vice President General Manager for Bay Ferries.
I wonder what that means. What does that mean?
I've been asking myself the same question. So I guess I'm responsible for the operation of the CAT service between Yarmouth and Portland, as well as the Digby to St. John service on the Fundy Rose.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Are you on the ferry like every day? Like, do you travel to Portland and back, or?
I'm not part of the operating team of the CAT.
Yes.
But I do cross. I'm on board fairly often.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
Okay. Right. Do you ever drive the ferry?
Do I ever drive on the ferry?
Or sail it, or do you handle the wheel ever?
No, they don't trust me.
No?
They don't trust me to do that. No.
More important things to do.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. I've got to get them to let me do that.
Yeah, I would say,
Yeah.
General Manager, you can probably get your way in there. Tell me about going to Portland. How long does it take to get to Portland?
It takes 5.5 hours.
5.5 hours.
Yep.
So if I was to go on foot and arrive at the dock in Portland, what am I going to see there? Am I going to be in no man's land? Can I go on foot? Do I need a car? Is there something awaiting me in Portland?
Oh, Portland's wonderful. So when you get off in Portland, yes, you could go on foot very easily.
Yes.
If you wanted to be either a day passenger. I wouldn't recommend that, because Portland is so nice. You should spend at least one night in Portland. Our terminal is at the Gateway Terminal,
Yeah.
where all of the big cruise ships come in to Portland. They're probably a couple of 100 meters down the road. You get into all kinds of very nice hotels, restaurants, microbreweries, ice cream shops.
Nice.
Your kind of typical down east type touristy craft shops and things like that. There's a bike rental place very close to our terminal.
Is there?
There's the Casco Ferries. There's a ferry
yes.
service within the Portland Harbor. There's
Right.
a bunch of
There's Peaks Island.
yes. There's
You can go to Peaks Island.
there's a whole bunch of different islands that you can do go on and there's one, I think they call it the mail run. It takes about 3 hours.
Yeah.
So you can go and do that. But there's walking trails. There's some gorgeous parks. Just if you come off the ferry, just go to your right, and some nice trails along the waterfront. Some beautiful big homes, like in Yarmouth, some of the big Victorian type homes. So
Yes. Some heritage homes.
yep,
Yeah.
they've done a really good job of preserving a lot of the old brick buildings in downtown Portland. So it's a lot of fun. The restaurants are phenomenal.
So the ferry leaves here in the morning.
Yep, 7, 8. You have to be here for 7. We
Yeah.
depart probably 8-ish, 8 to 8:30.
Okay, so the next day, let's say I leave here, I get off the ship in Portland, stay overnight. What time am I going to take the ferry the next day to come back?
We leave around. You need to be there for about 1 o'clock or so, 1:30.
Okay. That's good.
I would check that.
Yeah, but you can definitely sleep in
Yep.
and
Yeah. Oh yeah.
check out on
Yep.
time and have lunch.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
if you're an early bird,
Yes.
because they're 1 hour ahead or behind us, it's bright really early in the morning. So you can get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and go for a nice long walk. It's bright at 5 o'clock in the morning, so it's great to do that this time of the year. So you can always sleep on the Cat on the way back.
And have a cat nap.
There
Right.
you go.
What is there to do on the Cat?
On the Cat, we have 3 different restaurant food service
Yes.
operations on the vessel.
What are we in? What lounge are we in right now?
We are in the the coffee shop area. I don't know the exact name, but
Okay.
it's Sip Cafe.
Yes, yes.
The same as on Main Street in
Yes.
in Yarmouth. Operate all the food services on our vessel.
Nice.
So if you've gotten to know their good coffee and treats, you can get those here. Mid ship, we have more of the main meals. A lot of different varieties of different food, paninis, and they've got really good chili.
Do they?
My favorite is the chili. And in the Foreshoe Lounge at the in the bow of the ship, you can get cocktails and wine and some beer. They've got some Rutter's beer and some local Yost wine and other wines from Nova Scotia up there as well. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So you can eat.
Yes.
To answer your question, you can eat, you can drink. We have movies on board. They're relatively, some of the movies are still playing in the theaters, so you can catch a couple of different movies. It's hard to please everybody, but...
Is there a kids section?
There's a little kids area that we're setting up in the aft starboard side of the ship that they'll be able to watch The Little Mermaid or whatever the trendy ones are these days and stuff like that. Yeah.
Before I continue, I want to remind viewers that feel free to type any questions. My IT guy's here and he can forward them on to us. So your favorite cat food is chili on the cat?
My favorite cat food, that just doesn't sound right. My favorite cat food is chili. My favorite food on the cat is chili.
Okay. That's good.
But everything else is good too.
Yeah.
They have really good energy bars.
Do they? Yeah? I hear that there's music on here.
Yes. Several days a week we have live music. We have trivia on Sunday.
Do you?
Yes.
I heard Charlene and Chris trivia is going to be on the cat every Sunday, doing trivia on the way to Portland and the trivia on the way back. And actually it's the same Charlene as you're watching right now. So obviously I love asking questions because I got some more. So I browsed around the ship. I know there's no cabins here. But can somebody have a cat nap? Like, can I buy a chair of my own? Is that...
No.
Doesn't happen here? Am I free to go anywhere? Sit anywhere?
You can go anywhere. As you look around, it's a fairly well-appointed vessel. There's nice seating. I've heard people say this is nicer than any first-class section of an airplane they've ever been on.
Yes,
there's an area that you can stretch back that's probably more like airplane seating that you can recline and watch a big screen movie. Right. The area up in the Foreshoe Lounge, it's set up a spectacular view from the bow of the ship. You can whale watch. I've seen whales breach as you go by.
That's nice.
If you're on a nice sunny day when you're out there. But you can walk around and mingle. I've seen people stretch out. We've got some bench seating that people have stretched out and have had naps. I suspect that as our passenger count increases as we get more into summer, that it'll be a little tougher to find a spot to stretch out. But yeah, and the chairs are comfortable enough. If you can sleep on an airplane, you can sleep on the cat.
Sleep here.
Yep.
So the cat's not sailing today. I already asked that. I didn't want to leave my car overnight in the parking lot. So what is going on the cat today? There's something going on here.
Yes, we're having an industry event for the tourism industry in Nova Scotia, and we've invited all kinds of different people. I would think, right across the province to come down and take a look. Not everybody's had the opportunity to do the crossing on the cat, so it's an opportunity for them to come down and chat with us and give us feedback on their experience of the travelers that have come across in the cat to go and stay in their accommodations. So we thought it would be important for people that wanted to come and take a look and let them see what it's all about.
Yeah. Before we close, I saw some really good stats on the cat from a cat survey done last year. Would you like to share a couple stats?
So this is our annual passenger survey that we do, and it's done by a third-party corporate research associates. And I guess the number one question anytime you do a customer survey is, would you recommend this service to a friend or a family member? And 96% of the people that responded said that they would in fact recommend us. So that's huge. We're very, very proud of that.
That is huge.
All of our other numbers are all in the 90s, which is tremendous. The feedback I wanted to give to a few of the people that were on board is, you know, the passengers are fairly high end. They've got money to spend, and you know, we want to encourage as many of them to come to Nova Scotia as possible to help our growing tourism industry.
That's right. So I always close with a personal question, as you all know. I was thinking about asking you this question, but I don't know if it's appropriate being on a ferry. But are you a good swimmer?
Bay of Fundy's awful cold.
All right, I'll ask you this one then. Where is your hometown?
Halifax.
Oh, you're from Halifax.
Yeah.
That's good. And you were down this morning.
Yes.
Good. Nice talking with you.
Thank you. Very nice to meet you.
Any questions? Thanks. See you on the cat.